Hello, my name is Lori, and as you can see by my foot, things are a little changed up at the moment. But I can tell you that being organized has relieved some of my frustration. Making sure I have what I need to get my daily list done, either at home or at work, and not having to take those extra steps, because obviously at the moment it's a little more difficult. But especially now, to accomplish things, you have to be organized. Organized saves you time. And organization happens everywhere. It happens in your home, it happens in your car, it happens at work. We're at the library. If the books in here were not organized, we wouldn't be able to find them because there's so many. And if somebody wanted to check them out, we wouldn't be able to find them because we wouldn't know where to look. So you have to have organization in your life. So that's what this is about. So hopefully you'll join us and check out what we have to say. I want to let you know, organizing can be creative. This creativity can help you save time, but also can save you money. AJ here at the library has created a couple of something to do Saturday, which we will have listed in the links below in the comments section to access for you. These videos show fun and functional ways to upcycle and recycle to create projects. These projects will help you stay organized, but also fit a lifestyle and look good in your home or work area. So check them out. So, organizing in your car. My car is somewhat organized, especially living in Ohio, where the weather changes all the time. So being organized has helped me personally with random things that I might need while I'm traveling, and I keep different items in my car based on the season. So currently, I have water bottles, I have a snack, such as like a breakfast bar in there, hand warmers, blankets, silly things like extra straws, napkins for when you hit the drive-thru when they forget it. So just kind of being organized and hoping that they don't, but if they do, then we got you covered. So, but I also have a first aid kit. I hope that I never have to use, but your car is a small space, and keeping it organized makes it easier, and it's also more important that you can find things what you need. Say you need that extra straw, you know where to get it, especially if you're in your car and you can't be crawling over things. So if it's in your glove compartment, I keep mine in like a gallon-sized bag with those types of things. In the back of my car, I also keep an umbrella because you just might need one. You never know what things are going to happen, so you want to kind of be prepared. But you can purchase items to keep your car organized, or you can use things as simple as bags to put them in, and then that way you can access them from your bag. But instead of just throwing it in the back seat, you have an area that you know, hey, those items are in that. So those are little things that you can do to keep your car organized, and especially if you spend a lot of time in your car, you want to make sure you have the items that you need.
Hello.
Hi, Lori.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
We are here, all of us have very curious minds in how you, as the director of the Kingsville Public Library, keep things organized. Because there has to be like tricks to the trade and tools that you use to keep this library running smoothly. So we would appreciate a little bit of an insider tip
All right.
on how we go about doing this.
Okay, yeah, because there are a bunch of different tasks that I have to do during the day, and it's between budgeting and grant writing and getting back to people and checking email and lots of different things. So we have to stay really organized. Some of my favorite tools to stay organized are our label maker here. And I have binders which have different tabs in them, so I know where I can find exactly what I need very quickly. I love color coding my folders because I know, like, COVID-19, it's red because it's really important. So that's all our follow-up on that. And then I have like credit card receipts in a different color. And you gotta have your highlighters and your sticky notes. So those are some of the go-to items that keep me organized. And I do things digitally and on paper. So a really cool tool that a lot of people know about is like Microsoft Word, for example. They have templates out there. So you can make a task list. And this one was for November of 2020. And you can just type in what you got to do, when you'd like to accomplish it, because that'll give you a goal to work towards. And then you can just check it off when you're done. And I usually print out a paper copy because I still like paper. So I can just check it off as I go down my list, or sometimes, unfortunately, I might have to add an item that just pops up. So that's one way to stay organized. Having email is another way that we all need to kind of organize our folders and what kind of information is coming in. So, of course, I have a junk email folder. That way, all the stuff that's really not important just got sifted into that folder. And then I have other things like Lori's folder, so I can find all the emails that she sent me, or AJ's emails. So that keeps it really, really simple as well. And I also have like grant information, because that's stuff that I go to all the time. So those are a few things there. And you can see my lovely bulletin board. Bulletin boards can be fun too, because that's where I'm posting some of my most important things. So we've got our February calendar of events here. I have information on cleaning supplies, because that's super important right now during our COVID time. And of course, you gotta have your fun comic book strips. That way it'll keep you having fun while you're working, and on my calendar as well. I do use my calendar on the computer, but sometimes it's nice just to be able to turn my head and see a calendar right there if I have to add something really important to it.
Very good. Now, this is not a huge space, so
no, it's not.
Does that make life easier, or what about the importance because it is a small space?
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of space to store things or work around. I love my setup now, but I do have 2 file cabinets that really help me, and that's why these folders are really important, because I can organize my folders, stash them away. But you can see on my desk here, the projects that I'm working on currently are sitting right here next to me. That way I don't even have to go back into the file cabinet, but I don't have file folders everywhere. The other important thing that I've started doing is for bigger projects, I do start binders. And again, this is kind of paper-based, but let's say you're planning a vacation to Disney, right? Or you're planning for college. It's kind of nice to have its own binder. Of course, I have it labeled on the side. That way I can find it easily. And then if you have some extra shelving or a shelf in your bedroom, that way you can just kind of stick it there on your shelf and you have everything you need and you don't have papers all over the place. So this really helps me out too.
That sounds like a great, great plan.
Well, thanks, Lori.
And she does a great job here. So obviously
Yay.
What she's doing and how she's doing it must be a wonderful plan, and maybe some of the things that she shared were things that you could implement in your office. And a lot of people actually have home offices. Do you have a home office?
I really don't. I have a desk in my bedroom, so I have to stay really organized there too, because I only have this much space.
And taking things back and forth. How do you transport things?
Yeah, so how do I transport things? That's a good question. So I actually have a bag designated for transporting. It's like my book bag. So I do have projects in here, especially when we had to shut down a little bit for COVID. I have 2 folders in here with current projects that we're working on. That way when I do go home, I have a laptop at work or at home that I can work on. Then I have everything ready to go here in my bag, and I know where to find it. That's the other important thing, designating that certain spot for your important papers.
Very good.
But have fun with it. It can be fun being organized. Like I said, use your colored highlighters and your fun folders. And, you know, you can decorate your binders however you want, make them your own, and it does help.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, and I'm sure that your helpful hints will help many. So
I hope so.
We appreciate it.
All right.
Bye.
So, organizing is a skill maybe you were taught at a young age, and you're expanding on that as you go through life. But as a child, you might have been asked to put your toys away or your clothes away. This isn't a punishment, it's just another form of education. You are learning that if you put things away in a certain place, then you can go back to that place and find what you're looking for. And it also prevents things from getting broken. Say you have something on the floor and you step on it and it gets broken, and you'll obviously have a broken item, but maybe you'll trip and fall or cut yourself on it, depending on what it is. So it's better that if it's in a certain place and you go into your room, you know that you can go to that spot and get it. Same with little ones, learning. You know, if you have a little one in your house, asking them to put their toys away, teaching them to put their toys away, it's not a punishment. It is a life skill that you are actually teaching them. So it is definitely something to think about in that perspective, as opposed to, you know, you just want to do everything for them, because eventually they will grow up and they will need to have those skills and understand why they're doing that, so that way it keeps them organized as they get older.
Hi guys, today I'm going to go over one of my personal favorite ways to organize myself. Now, when it comes to calendars and stuff like that, my best way is to write things down. And I found this brand of planners that I really like, and this one says more, more, more happy. It's very positive and got your metal tones in there that I liked. But this is the Happy Planner brand, and if I flip it on the back, yep, you can see this is the Happy Planner brand. This just happens to be the one that I like. There's other planner brands out there, but this is the one that I felt catered to what I needed. So in this planner, when you first open it up, it says who it belongs to. I can put anything I want down here. I can put my phone number, my address. This is my planner from last year, but I felt this was a good way to show it off. It has all your months laid out throughout the year, and it's all in all just really nice. I liked how it had this currently and kind of an important, and so like one of the things is reading. What are you currently reading? And just kind of a way to kind of get yourself to almost journal at the same time, which I didn't use it for that purpose. I used it for pure organizational purposes, but if there's something that I had goals for, like maybe I had a program that I wanted to plan for, so I would write down STEM program, STEAM program, like that way I knew I needed to plan that. So that's one thing. And then throughout it, here's the calendar. And then one thing that I personally try to find is planners that don't combine numbers. I always try to find a planner that lays the dates out very nicely so they're not overlapping. That way we don't have any half days. I'm gonna flip to November because this was one of my crazy months that I had. I had gone on vacation, I had gone to the Browns game this month, and it was really cool because of this planner brand. They have stickers that you can put in. So I enjoyed the stickers. I put a bunch of little holidays. This was probably my favorite month that I sat down and designed. And one of my favorite things about this is you can kind of give yourself a little bit of creative time, and it makes planning your day and months and weeks a lot more fun. This is a not so fancied up, but as you see, I have New Year's Day right here. Just a bunch of little stickers that I put throughout it, and if there's something more important going on, I could put that down. I could put all my meetings down and everything. And another thing that I found that I like to do is I always like writing down my lunch times for my time card. So say I had lunch from 12 to 12:30. I would write it down. That way I had it in there. So that was another thing I liked. And you can plan your days out. So if you have a meeting or for school, say you have a project, yeah, I might want to put it over here in the calendar that I have an essay due on the 30th. But on the 30th back here, I'd write out, okay, this is what I have to do, and what does this project entail? If you're working different hours and schedules, sometimes it's nice to put what you're working. Another thing I recommend, if you do like planners and you like to kind of fancy them up and do something a little different, you can get some colored pens. That way you can color code stuff in your calendar form. Trying to think of some of the other things that I really liked about this planner besides the stickers and the fun parts. Oh, this was it. The sayings. So one of the things with the Happy Planner is they put sayings in there. There's all different kinds of styles. So this one had a bunch of positive quotes in it. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly, by Robert F. Kennedy. And all throughout this, there's some simpler pages, but like even throughout the calendar weeks, like right here, it says today is beautiful. And I enjoyed those little positive reminders to sometimes like just kind of get you through the week maybe. Or, hey, we're starting a new month. Like, here's something like positive to try to put into your month. You are exactly where you need to be today. Sometimes people just need to hear that, and there's days that I need to hear that. There's days that other people need to hear that. So it was nice to kind of have those positive quotes to kind of give you a little boost. And that is my favorite calendar system, and in paper form. Hey there guys, so I'm going to show you a couple other organizational tools that you could use if you so choose, and this is on your phone. So I showed you the planner, which is my favorite way and what works with me, but for some people what works best is an actual calendar. So I'll go to my calendar. So sometimes what works best for people is to type in on a Google Calendar or something what events going on. So say I had a meeting, I can put in meeting, and it's gonna be, we're gonna go tomorrow. The meeting's tomorrow. It just happens to be tomorrow. It starts at 4 p.m., ends at 4 p.m. And then you can add it to your calendars. Right here, it has an option to notify you 10 minutes before. There's an hour before, the day before, at the time of the event, or you can customize it so you get an alert. Maybe you need that alert to be like, all right, you need to be getting ready now. So you want that hour notice. Or if you have like a certain distance to leave, maybe you send yourself that notification so you can get your stuff together, get in the car, and bring yourself to that event. And I'll just save that meeting tomorrow, and it'll pop up. I can color code this, change the colors. That is something that some people like to do. But like I said, me personally, I like the calendar. A lot of people, this is what works best for them. So if your phone is what works best for you, there's all kinds of apps that you can use depending upon what you're trying to organize. So one thing back with the calendars is alarms. You can always set an alarm. 3:30 is going to be this alarm. Okay, so 3:30 p.m. I need an alarm, and I'm going to change the title of this alarm. So the title is telling me what needs done. So say it's going to be switch the laundry. Another app that you can use, say you are trying to watch what you're eating. This is beginning this year. A lot of people have goals that they want to eat a certain amount of calories or carbs, and this is an app that makes it super easy to track. You can track your water intake. Say I drank an 8-ounce bottle of water. I didn't add any of my information in today, but it'll slowly add in everything. You can look up restaurants, you can look up store-bought food items, and the nice thing about this app, you can actually scan barcodes on products, so you actually get the health benefits. You can get the health information without really searching. Another app that if you want to organize your closet, say you don't have much closet space and you don't always know what items you have and you want an easy way to put maybe an outfit together, I found this app. It's Your Closet. And what you do is you can scan outfits, you can organize them from dresses, bags, tops, bottoms, shoes. You can fine-tune organize this, so you could have a short section, you could have a skirt section, you could have a legging section. You could individually take a picture of any item that you need to. You could put all your jewelry on there if you wanted. There's a lot that you could do to organize your closet, and it's all here, and you don't necessarily have to dig through your closet as long as you know where you put that item. Another thing, Pinterest. Pinterest is one of my favorite apps to use, and Pinterest has upgraded since it originally came out, and you can organize your pins. Not only can you pin stuff, but you can have different boards, which happened before, but you can fine-tune organize those boards from there. For example, I have holidays, and in the holidays board, I have smaller boards that have Valentine's Day, Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving stuff. I have Christmas stuff in here, and there's a lot of cool it's different because it's more organized, and I find it easier to find stuff. Pinterest has made it so easy for you to simply organize your planning ideas and recipes and just cool things that you can find. Like maybe it's a craft. Maybe it's an article of clothing that you want to make. There's so many different apps. All you have to do is look in Play Store. You can look up organizational apps. Just type in organization, they'll pop right up. And you can just get to organizing.
We're going to end our day here today. I hope you learned some things, and I want you to remember that organizing is a lifetime skill. It can be used in every area of your life. You can purchase items, you can repurpose items, anything that you can do to keep your life in an orderly fashion in home. So every room of your home, bathrooms, kitchens, bedrooms, any room can be organized. Basements, garages, all of those things. Your car or at work. So even if you have a special event, such as a wedding or a dinner party, or even just having friends over, by being ready, you have to be organized. You have to kind of think ahead and have a plan. You can't forget things like the ring for the wedding, or food for your dinner party, or toilet paper if you're having friends over. So those little things may sound silly, but it's all a form of being organized and kind of looking ahead to things that are going to have to be done and how you go about doing it. Hopefully you learned a little bit here and got a little inspiration to become organized. I know I'm organized to some extent, but I'm always looking at becoming a little more organized than I already am. Hopefully you're inspired by this or by AJ's things, or Mariana or Amber. Our tech guy has a special tech thing for you that you can put this app on your phone, and that can help you. So however you go about doing it, happy organizing, and we hope that we helped you out.